What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today it is time for a big update announcement. There's a bunch of stuff to go over real quick. I know some of the stuff is kind of known, but there's also a couple of little details hidden within the kanji and everything that I want to translate for you guys real quick. So let's go ahead and get started with kind of the big stuff we already know about, and then we'll go into the smaller stuff. By the way, if you missed my video on all of the missions and everything for this entire Golden Week session for the next month, basically, I know it was a really long video, kind of like 40 minutes or something like that, but I went back into the description and into the comments as well, and I pinned it so everyone can see it. But essentially, starting from the moment the missions are there, I posted timestamps for each moment that we change to a new area of the mission. So like the survival tournament arc missions, I put into one timestamp, then the next one below that, then the one below that. It's like every 2 minutes or so. This doesn't look as crazy. Everyone just have to go like, what? Like, I'm confused where my particular mission is. So as long as you look at the category of each of the missions, essentially. So again, by the tournament, by story mode, by Golden Week itself, daily events, that kind of stuff, even the LR Frieza campaign, it's all in there, just back to back to back, okay? So you'll be able to see it, no problem, go like, okay, click on this time, and you're good to go. One thing to note about the Frieza campaign real quick is that if you have him at SA 20 and he's rainbow and everything right now, but you haven't received any of the missions, reverse him real quick and then put him back up to the LR state. Just put him down to the TUR, put him back up to the LR state, and you're good to go. You'll get all the missions right away. This happened to me, so I guess that's the way it's done. Apparently, it also was the way with the LR androids, but, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, let's get into some translations real quick. So first off, we got first place in the store. Pretty cool stuff. It happened really fast, actually. I was surprised about that. But basically, JP, we get 30 stones. We get 30 up in the character slots. So all of your character box essentially is going to go there. And then we also get 1,800 small orbs for agility, 1,100 for the medium, and 100 for the big ones, which is a total of 3,000. So I think it's enough to about get you to 50% on Vegeta if you're able to pull him with no dupes whatsoever. So correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But anyway, so the prices are around until the 11th. Hey, my birthday. I'll take it. So, but yeah, so basically from today until midnight on the 11th. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, nothing else. I expect maybe we might hit the top store in some of the other Japanese online stores and everything like that, so potentially we could get more prizes. That's why generally you see that happening a lot, because it's these little hidden stores that we don't really even know about. Sometimes it is the App Store, sometimes it's the Google Play Store. It's hard to say, but that does happen sometimes, so just keep that in mind real quick. And these are, of course, for the JP version. Global, I'm sorry this isn't shared, so if we ever do another collaboration thing where it's like, you know, 250 million downloads, which I do suspect will be coming probably in late June. I will do a video on that later this week probably, or next week, not sure just when. But expect that to happen. If we do hit the top store, then we should receive both of those. Although I don't remember if that happened with the 200 million downloads. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. So we'll have to see. Next, do not skip out on these banners if you possibly can. I know people like to save their stones to go for the characters and everything like that. And a lot of people will make the argument that, well, if I don't have the character, then it's like, what's the point trying to go for this guy? But going for these banners with the old Kais is really helpful. It goes around to the 8th, which is a Tuesday Japan time here. So make sure you go ahead and do that. You can go for it 2 times. That's 20 Elder Kais right there, which is really nice. That's SA increasing. I know there's obviously a lot of cards you still farm and everything like that to not waste them. But for certain characters, it is nice to have that. I mean, for one, Jiren, you don't need to, you know, put Elder Kais into him to raise his SA attack or anything like that. But for Vegeta and such like that, we don't have a farmable SSB Vegeta yet. So that is something right there that you can go ahead and take a look at. Or Dispo or Topo or anyone like that. Although, I'm honestly shocked that they don't have a farmable card yet. They might potentially get one. So anyway, this is definitely a little bit of a hidden kanji thing that you need to take a look at right now when it comes to the story event. Okay, so again, this is the kanji for story, and then evento, and then the missions that we have to go over essentially, okay? So otherwise, it's just kind of generally saying, you know, like the missions are available now, the basic information at the beginning and everything like that. But this is something that's kind of interesting. There was a little bit of a mistake with the user stuff, so they gave us a stone or something like that. There's just basically one stone that just went to our box until the 11th again. But one thing to note that I've noticed with the missions that say GW next to them, and I'll go into these in a second, but it says GW and then mission no, or whatever you happen to be doing essentially. Those missions, okay, those are actually put into our present box. They're not just simply given to us like any other mission. They get put into your present box. There's like a lot of medals and everything like that. So sometimes people might be over the limit for certain medals, especially like the Gregory or maybe the Baba or anything like that. So go ahead and just make sure when you have completed the mission, it's going to go straight to your present box, okay? And then you can go and collect them, and if, of course, you have room, you've got to go in and take things out. So just keep that in mind right there, okay? And another thing to talk about is this down here. So it says Hisatsu waza level o ageru to mission. And then it talks about character no Hisatsu level no 3 ni suru, 5 ni suru, 7 ni suru, and 10 ni suru. Okay, so it's just essentially increasing the super attack of certain characters to 3, 5, 7, 9, and 10. And it's, of course, for Jinzo Ningen 17 and Jinzo Ningen 18, which is, of course, Android 17 and 18. I covered these missions in my other video, so again, check that out if you're confused about what I'm talking about. But basically what it's saying, though, is that if you do not awaken them from the SSR state to the UR state, if they stay in the SSR state and you keep them at SA10, or you get them to SA10, essentially, you will not complete the mission. In order to complete the mission, you have to go and awaken them up to a UR state, which is the only state they can go to, essentially, and then you'll get the missions, okay? So just make sure you do that. I'm sure some people might just simply get them up to SA10 and be like, whoa, where's my mission? Where am I getting my rewards and everything like that? That's because you have to go through that, okay? Just simply awaken them to the UR state and you're good to go, okay? Other than that, though, it's your typical kind of mission stuff that you'd be going over, and that's basically it. So now, the last bit of information I do want to go over, because I was kind of confused myself when I originally saw the information. I'm like, no, this can't be saying what I think it was. And I was talking with like Truth and some other guys, and I know Truth posted a video about it already, but it is the fact that from now on, the mission or any of the summons that we do are guaranteed SSR. So Jukai Me ni Hisazu SSR character o suru. Okay, so essentially what that means is that you're gonna get the final card as an SSR, okay? So from now on, and any gacha, it is basically gonna be a guaranteed SSR in that case, okay? So now, the way that the first 9 cards will work on a multi-summon at least, and by the way, quick side note, going 10 singles, and then that 10th single that you eventually do, so maybe if you had 5 summons right now, and then eventually on your 10th one, you know, a few days later and something like that, that's not going to be an SSR. Singles have not been affected at all by this, so it's basically an incentive to never do singles ever, unless that's always been your best luck and you simply just want to do it. Doing a single versus a multi, though, there's really no difference. It's just a batch of singles, essentially. But at least with the multis now, you do get an SSR. So the first 9 cards, though, work like any other banner, essentially, that we've ever experienced in the past. 10% rate, the whole 9 yards, that kind of stuff. But then when you get to the 10th card, that's going to be pulling from a pool of a 100% guaranteed rate of pulling an SSR. Now, from that specific pool right there, 95% chance will be an unfeatured card, and then a 5% chance for a featured card. So just keep that in mind. It's not really changing anything really that much. You know, you get a little bit of a better chance to potentially pull something at the end, but, you know, from personal experience when it comes to pulling on that, out of the 4 or 5 multis I did, I got 1 featured, which I'm just going to chalk it up to really good luck, essentially. And everything else is just simply unfeatured. So don't expect this to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get all my featured cards now in under, like, you know, 4 multis or something like that. That's not the case. It's still exactly what you'd expect. But it is nice, at least. You know, can be Baba food. It can be other things. It can be used to raise an essay. Heck, you might even get one that you never had before. So there are some decent ones that are unfeatured out there that we can definitely go through. Now, another thing to keep in mind real quick when it comes to this is that a lot of people are speculating that maybe on like the double rates banners, or if we get any kind of LR banner or something like that, that it could potentially mean that, oh, well, if something is unfeatured in that, and there's a 95% chance of getting that last SSR to be that, and that means, oh, really easy chance to pull an LR. That could be the case, but do keep in mind that they could potentially switch it, essentially making it that, you know, on a double rates banner per se, they're going to make it so that the final card is going to be, say, a 95% chance of pulling a featured unit, a featured SSR, and then it's going to be flip-flop and say 5% to pull an unfeatured card, still keeping those LR rates kind of low. So I don't know if they're gonna do that and just say a wild guess right here, but you know, this is who we think it is. So just keep that in mind right there. And in terms of the LR's actual banners, that will definitely be a 95% chance for a unfeatured unit, and then a 5% chance for a featured unit, which could actually play out pretty well because usually the other LRs are in the banner and there are a decent amount now. But I'm just saying, potentially for that double rates, any kind of future double rates, that could be the way right there. So let me show you guys real quickly what kanji to look for when it comes to taking a look, to make sure that you guys know, okay? Obviously, we know this guy's going to have the guaranteed SSR, all of 10 of them, basically. So this is what you want to look for right here. So you essentially hit the character part right here, and then you go to SSR, okay? Now, this is to, actually, before I do that, let's go up to the normal part. So these are the normal rates we're all used to seeing, right? The usual 10%, 5%, 5%, 5% for the featured cards, and then the Sono Character, which is another 144 right there. Then you go into the guaranteed SSR right here, and this is telling you that, hey, it's 100% to get an SSR, 5% chance for those to be featured, and 95% to get the other 144. Still wish they had taken out some really old cards. I'm looking at you, AGL Goku and Tech Vegeta. But, well, you know, it is what it is, I guess. So, but now, keep in mind, though, Beerus here and Vegeta don't have that, okay? Old banner doesn't work, okay? If you go down to the Extreme Z Awakening Broly banner, it actually works. It came out at the time. This was the one that you could start and kind of show and see if it works or not. But this does work, so it shows you right there. However, you go down to the Frieza. Oh, actually, the Frieza one's gone now. So, if you looked at Frieza the other day, though, his banner did not have it either. So, but every banner going forward now is going to have that. Funny enough, I don't think it actually works on here. Yeah, it doesn't work on the Friend Summon banner. So, I don't think anyone really uses it anymore unless you want the androids, I guess. But maybe, I guess, the Hercule too. But those are just, you know, really, really luck in terms of that. So, other than that, guys, though, that's basically going to be it for the video. Like I said, hopefully you guys saw that little kanji there and everything like that to kind of let you guys know that if you're not getting the mission rewards like you're supposed to be, that's the reason for it, so just keep that in mind. And, of course, the guaranteed SSR is really nice. It's definitely a step in the right direction. I have a feeling Legends is kind of pushing these guys to maybe do a little bit better. I'm not saying they're changed people or anything like that, but in terms of what it potentially could mean for the future of the game, maybe we're going to see an updated friend system. We'll have to see. So, anyway, guys, again, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one.